Today's show brought to you live from Lounge Media Group Studios. It's Pedro and the Freight Hound with the Logistics Lounge. The views and opinions expressed on this show by its guests are not necessarily those of Lounge Media Group or the show host. So if you sue someone, make sure it's the party responsible for hurting your feelings. Also, grow up, be an adult, and understand not everyone thinks like you. And that's okay.
Are you there, Pedro?
I am here, man. I just wanted you to be the first person to talk for once. That's all.
What's up, everybody? The Hound's back.
Oh man. Welcome to the show, all you people. How you doing, Hunter, man? How was your travel, bro? You get some rest, man?
Yeah, I slept a good bit today, to say the least. But trip was great, man. A lot of driving, a lot of travel for 4 days. But getting to hang out with Mr. O'Done, going to see some of our customers up there in Oregon, checking out the I-5. What a beautiful stretch of road. I mean, absolutely stunning. It was a great time, man. First time going up that way, so yeah, got to learn a little bit, got to enjoy, ate some good food. But yeah, a lot of travel.
That's good, bro. I mean, at least y'all weren't at least y'all weren't like a pickup truck this time though, and you weren't in a truck, right?
I
Y'all took,
prefer the truck, truth be
yeah,
told, because if I wanna go take a nap, I can just crawl back in the sleeper, but, it is a bit quieter in the 2500, I'll say that much. Nice
yeah,
truck. So,
yeah, for sure, man. That's
other
fucking
than that,
awesome, dude.
yeah, man, how's your week been?
It's been good, man. Just kind of a normal week, dude. Still just wait, man, so I can get this project thing done. I swear this thing is never gonna happen. But other than that, just normal week, man, moving freight, solving problems, yada 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 yada, searching for customers, same stuff we do every single day. So it's
That's right.
been a good one, man. Ready to get into the weekend, man. Like I need to get my yard done, bro. Like it is driving me crazy the way my yard looks right now. And I was supposed to do my spring prep before we went to Matt's, but it rained the weekend before, and so I didn't get to do it, man. And now my yard is like overgrown, and it's oh man, I've got so many freaking weeds. Oh, it's driving me crazy. So yeah, I'm that's what I'm gonna do this weekend. But I'm excited about that. You get to that point when you become an old man. You start getting excited about cutting your fucking grass and having green grass and all this
Yeah, that
stupid
first cut of
stuff.
the year, man, that's nice.
Yeah. So other than that, man, good time, man. Good week. Just ready to relax, and I'm ready for this. This is what I've been looking for, man. All day, man. Every show day. This is what I look forward to. I don't know about you, but like I'm always just
That is it.
excited to like get here and freaking hang out with you and hang out with our guests. And so yeah,
It's good to be back, man.
it is, man.
Excited for the show as well.
I am too, man. I am too. This guy's he's pretty cool dude, man. Like I said, we've been following each other on TikTok and shit for a while. Like I don't know if he followed me first, I followed him first, but man, he puts out some really good stuff, and we've yet to have like a real local P&D driver on the show, much less one that does equipment and stuff. So
Yeah.
thought this would be pretty cool. And Andy does content, so man, we're going to touch on that as well. Because I mean, pretty much everybody now is a content creator in some sense or another. You know what I mean? But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and get to this news. As always, news is brought to you by AR Doc Pro and is sourced from truckingnewshub.com. All right. Our good friend, Mr. Cantera, he did a little pop-up show about this earlier. So some of you may already know about this, but some of you may not. So we're still going to talk about it. Earlier today, the FMCSA announced that it issued notices to remove 2 medical examiners from the agency's registry. This will void more than 15,000 unexpired medical examiner certificates for drivers, and the FMCSA is giving the effective drivers through May 10th to go and obtain a new certificate. These notices of proposed removal are for chiropractors Dr. Jenny Lee and Dr. Dustin Mai. They're for failure to adequately perform U.S. DOT physicals, physical qualification examinations of interstate CMV operators in accordance with the FMCSA rules, guidelines, regulations, yada, yada, yada. They say the concerns about the high volume of physicals that these 2 people were doing is what kind of brought them on the radar. And it was something. I mean, it was where's the number at? Matt didn't write it down. It was a lot, like a ton. Just once I give you this window, you'll understand these 15,000 drivers, like how many that is in this short window when I give you the date. So they said both of these examiners are both based in Houston. That really doesn't mean anything. Drivers, you get your certificates done on the road all the time. So if you didn't get one done near the house and you got it maybe done in Texas, then possibly look at it, make sure it wasn't this doctor. They say following the investigation, the Inspector General of the Department of Justice and Department of Homeland Security They determined that the doctors failed to correctly apply the required standards in determining that drivers were physically qualified to operate a commercial motor vehicle. Isn't that something that we talk about, complain about a lot nowadays in this industry? The action affects 15,225 commercial drivers. They received their physicals from these two doctors between March 2023 and March 2025. So in 2 years, man, 15,000 freaking people. That doesn't sound like a lot, but in that one little office, those two doctors, man, 15,000 people. Like that's that's a crazy amount of numbers. So I can see why they jumped on radar. Anyway, as I said in the previous story, they're giving everyone through March 10th to obtain a new certificate. They say that they have mailed out letters to the people that are affected. They did not give a date of when those letters were mailed out. So hopefully I've gotten them. If not, maybe you're hearing about it now. So, if you got your medical certificate in Houston, make sure you go and look at it. And it wasn't one of these doctors, and get you new ones. Hey, same thing out there for you, you owners. Hey, get with your drivers and check them. If you own a truck company, make sure you get with them and you ask them, who they got their medical certificate through, in case you got to send them to get a renewal before they get their license downgraded, because they said after May 10th, if you don't have a new one submitted, then the states are going to start, moving forward on the process to downgrade your CDL to, class C or whatever.
That's crazy. You got to start vetting your doctors now.
It is nuts, dude. It is crazy. And I don't know, man. I could see it, dude. I could just so see this thing being like, a medical certificate farm, you know what I mean? Because, dude, we've already talked about CDL schools doing the pay to play stuff, you know what I mean? And
man.
Yeah. So why not the medical certificates? Honestly, think about it, like they kind of would have to be involved in the whole scheme, maybe somewhere along the line, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Dude, this industry has to be like the most inundated by fraud by far out of any other industry. Like,
I know, it's crazy, dude.
Like, I don't know a single thing that hasn't been touched hasn't had some fraud there yet. Like, whatever.
And the scams are endless. You know what I mean? It's like every time you,
dude, I know, like, fuck. Next thing you know, it's gonna be like your fucking warehouse toilet paper stock's gonna be a fraud. Like,
it's
selling
nuts,
2-ply,
bro.
but you're getting, or you're buying 4-ply, but you're getting that single ply. Like,
it absolutely baffles me, man. I don't know. It's every time you think you've heard the most craziest shit that you could hear about a scam in this industry, you hear about one that like makes that seem like child's play the next week. It's absolutely bonkers. So, all right, well, there we go. That document will be, or that news story be up here in, I don't know, 10 minutes or something like that. So if you want to go and read it again, and it actually has a link in there that opens up the registry. You can search for DOT medical certificate doctors in your area or where you are currently at now, in case you just want to go ahead and get it done, because you got pretty much 30 days to figure it out. So there we go. Mr. Hound, you got anything you want to add to that, my friend?
Nah, it's FUBAR, but nah.
It is FUBAR, man. Cool, brother. Well, let's go ahead and bring this fine gentleman on here. So, Philip, aka Big Rex, everybody.
I like that intro video.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's all his stuff, bro. I tell you, dude takes some good freaking photos. That's some good stuff, man.
It's all about the angles.
It is. You are an angle guy. You are, bro. You for sure are. Oh man, Philip, welcome, man. Welcome. How you doing, man?
Doing pretty good.
All right. Well, great. How was your day? How was your week?
Long and stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your average day, man? How long is your average day before we get into all this?
Usually 6 to 6 or 5 to 6 or 5 to 5. It's usually 12-hour days.
That's not too bad, honestly. That ain't too bad at all. Yeah. Freaking A, man.
All.
Well, awesome, dude. Again, we appreciate you joining us, man. No, you and I have been doing the whole likey thing on TikTok and stuff together, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely love the things that you do. you have a very good way of blending your job into your content, man, and gives a real good perspective on how you do stuff, brother. And it's easy to tell that you take your job seriously, and you got pride in your truck, man. We're going to get into who details that truck, because I swear I've never ever seen that fucking thing dirty, not one time. Do you? Never, man. That thing is absolutely spotless. So we're just going ahead and get it rolling, man. And that is, who is Big Rex, and how did you get to be Big Rex with Sunbelt?
All right. So when I first started, I started with Sunbelt, and we pretty much, I was trying to start TikTok by I tried to figure out a niche and figure out, what I could do to get out there. And because I always liked taking videos and posting stuff on my Facebook and Instagram. And then when TikTok came out, I was like, cool, there's millions and billions of people on here. I'm just going to show it off since I take care of it anyways. So I just kept trying to think of cool names. And I thought, first of all, I'm a father of 3 kids. So I've watched all the Toy Stories 3 different times, with 3 different kids. And I remember the dinosaur on there is Rex, and he's big and green. So that's where the name Big Rex came from.
I love that.
It's funny that you say that. I hoped that there was some type of connection between the Toy Story and the name and your truck, because we'll pull more pictures up here in a bit, but y'all saw them in the video, but it's a big green Mac. And the trailers you pull are bright green as well, and most of the equipment you pull is green. So I was like, man, I really bet that this guy got part of this for Toy Story. So let's back it up a little bit more, man. How long have you been in trucking?
I've been in trucking since about 2013. So I started out, went to CDL school. I got my CDL. Then I got in with a towing company, believe it or not, and they downgraded me to a Class B, and they were it was a bunch of old school truckers, and they started me from the bottom and said, look, you're going to learn to tow cars, then we'll move you to equipment, because they wanted me to learn the proper chaining and the proper loading and feeling the way different weights feel on the rollbacks compared to a tractor trailer and everything like that, because with all the fluids and everything in there, and just the different weight and the weight, some of the machines are top heavy, so it definitely affects the way it pulls, the way you take turns, the way pretty much everything you do.
And well, I mean, so you got CDL, you did the tow thing. That's pretty cool. We're gonna come back to that. We used to actually have a segment that revolved around the tow industry. So it's pretty interesting that you say that. But so after the tow thing, man, what'd you do from there? How did you move from that and decide to get into the big trucks?
So they worked me up to an A, and then we started hauling for doing what they call sub hauling for all the rental companies. And then when they had me trained up, and they didn't want to pay me any more money, they wanted to train me and wanted me to do all this work, but didn't want to pay me for the money. So I started putting feelers out there, and I just got nabbed up by a company called Blue Line Rentals, which was bought by United Rentals back in 2015 or 2016. I think it was 16 or 17, actually. And then I just kept rolling from there, and whoever offered me more money, I'd jump.
Oh man, that's the name of the game though, is a driver, man, for a while there, till you find the place that you get the good mix of pay, benefits, time off, blah 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 blah. That's kind of the name of the game for a while there.
Yeah.
So so have you never done over the road or anything like that, man? Have you always been like local P&D?
So I have a 12-year-old son. So when I first got my CDL, I couldn't do any of that. So I didn't want to. I could have. I had all the opportunity in the world because I had clean license, no points, no. But I had a son, so I was just like, I'm not gonna go over the road and miss him growing up. So I just found something local and just stuck with it and took the long route.
Gotcha, man. Well, you're actually pretty fortunate. I'm man, every driver, the local stuff is the so-called coveted thing. Although I don't think that most people realize that you actually work like twice as fucking hard when you're a local guy than you do as an OTR guy. That just OTR guys they don't understand that. I was both, so I do understand. Well, all right, so we got to where you at with the blue line. And before we get to how you got with Sunbelt, because you and I were talking a minute ago, and that's kind of a whole story, because you kind of like almost, you moved quite a distance away to do all this. So what made you decide to get your CDL, man? Like where did that come from? That's always kind of an interesting story.
Well, I was bumming it. I was working job to job to job, being a laborer, and I was just like, what the hell can I do that's not gonna like kill my body so that I can actually enjoy my life and not be 40 years old and be like, oh, my back hurts, oh, my legs hurt, oh, my everything hurts. I can't work. And end up on disability and stuff like that. And I was just like, I want to have a nice long career. And one of my friends goes, have you ever tried getting your CDL? Like, he worked for the county, and he started driving trucks, and now he's a plant manager for a coal factory out in Baltimore, Maryland. And so and he'll retire in the next 5 years with a full pension. So I was just like, oh man, I want to do that. And then as time progressed, I got into the equipment hauling, and I was just like, this is actually kind of fun. Like, I get to play with big machines and drive big trucks all day. I kind of like it, and it's not too hard.
Yeah, man, you kind of do have every boy's like fantasy job, right? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like you said, driving big trucks and playing with heavy equipment. Like yeah.
Yep.
Real life Tonka toys, man.
Hell yeah.
So walk us with to you getting with Sunbelt, man. How did that progress or happen?
So I'd always stay like I went from the rental industry, and I was just like, I don't like all the politics in this. Like, there was too much rules to follow, and I kind of like to, like all my videos posted, I like to see how much I can fit on one trailer and keep it going, instead of just saying, oh well, I can only go get one piece. Sorry, it's overweight. And so I got back into subhauling for a company called Seawood Trucking out of Pasadena, Maryland. And we hauled a lot. Like, I'd say for 2 years straight, all I did was run for Sunbelt. So when I decided I wanted to move, I was just like, you know what? I bet you I could get like 2 or 3 different Sunbelt managers to call down to the location down here where I moved and put in a good reference, and bam, I'll get a job like nothing. And that's exactly what happened. So that's how I ended up at Sunbelt.
That's cool, man. It speaks a lot to you. You know what I mean? That that they did that for you, and I would assume that they have a pretty strict requirements for you being able to handle the stuff that you handle. How long have you been with them now?
I've been with Sunbelt officially about July 30th. Will be 2 years down here in South Carolina.
Nice, bro. Freaking A.
So.
All right, so let's kind of get into the daily process and stuff here, man. Give us a rundown of your day, man. You know what I mean? Like how long are your days? Like what's the typical stuff that you deal with? Is it mostly construction stuff? Do you go all over the place? How far? Just let us know how the job breaks down.
So with local driving, it's a lot of, you're usually within 3 hours of your home location every day. So like furthest I'll go is like Fayetteville, or I'll go up to Charlotte, or go down to Charleston. and it's 99% of it is all rubber tire, big off-road forklifts, scissor lifts, man lifts, and it's just like it's usually about 12 hours a day, but the way I look at it is faster you get out of the truck, unload, reload, the faster you're back in the truck. So you're out of the heat or out of the cold. And so just the way I was taught is you keep yourself on a timer, and the quicker you get in, the quicker you get out.
I'm sure they're probably usually sitting there waiting for your ass to pull up. You got something they need, man. So I bet
Yeah.
you're one of the few people that you don't get to charge your customers detention.
Yeah, no.
so what the wow, just left. Poof, there it went. Completely gone. Help me, Hunter. Think of something while I
Where were you
remember
at?
what I was going to
Where
say.
were you at?
we were just talk about the daily grind, man. Talk about the daily grind. I was about to keep it going, and it just
Daily
went.
grind.
It'll come back in a second, like it always does.
So what's some of the biggest bullshit you got to deal with, Rex? Because I've seen some videos of guys that drive that big equipment, like, you know, downtown in New York and stuff. I know it's probably different from what you're doing, but you know, them tight
So-
squeezes, man. And if you're running solo, like, sure, you're running into some tricky situations, not including, you know, people in their cars being impatient.
There's a lot of obstacles in the way all the time. But luckily, in the last couple of years, we've had Google Maps where you can. I don't use a truck GPS. They're trash. I use Google Maps, and that's it. I don't use Apple Maps. I don't use Waze. I use Google Maps because it has a satellite view, and it's most of the time up to date, so I can see if cars are parked on this side of the road, on that side of the road. Like, if I can find out exactly which side of the street that the job's on, so that I know, okay, I got to go this route, so that I can end up putting my truck on that side of the street, so I'm not trying to cut across traffic to try to deliver a piece of equipment, or I get there and I'm trying to do a U-turn to try to get to the right side of the street.
Dude, I like to hear that, man. I mean, you almost lost me when you fucking said only use Google Maps. I was like, oh God, not this guy. Come on, man. Don't do this to me, Rex. But then you went into it, man. And dude, that's smart. When I was local, man, we did the same thing, man. We didn't have truck GPSs back when I did local stuff, but you only had a regular GPS. But we all used Google Maps for the same thing, you know, is to look at stuff, man, you know, because dude, when you get downtown in some of these places or even out the middle of nowhere, man, on these little 2-lane roads, the last thing you want to do is to get yourself in a situation where you've got to back up 75 feet of fucking truck into a place that there is no way or reason it should be going in there. So, I don't think a lot of, you know, OTR people, some of them understand that, but I don't think a lot of them do, you know, that the local stuff is a whole different beast on its own, man. It has got a set of challenges that most people that do over the road driving, they really don't see. And if they do see it, it's on a very rare occasion.
Yeah. Yeah. There's, I like to live by the motto of an old school trucker that taught me the 6 P's. I don't know if you've ever heard of the 6 P's.
Let's hear it.
So it's proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance.
So that's
Jeff runs
that's
that.
funny. That's funny. Our sponsor, Trailer Century with 7P GPS, his is 7 P's, and it's piss poor planning. I can't ever get it, but you just add the piss poor part to it, and it's 7 P's instead of 6.
Planning prevents piss poor performance.
There you go. Yes, that's what.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So you were the second person we've heard say something like that, other than Jeff.
Yep. Yeah, an old school guy taught me that. And it's just always stuck in my head.
Hey, man.
Old heads that give you the best advice, man. It makes no sense off the rip, but then you think about it down the road and you're like,
there's some things that old heads have taught me that I come into the situation and I think back and I'm like, oh shit, that's how I know this.
So
Like
what? Go ahead, man. Sorry. Go ahead.
I don't remember what I was gonna say now.
Man, we're gonna have a hard show with two people. How old are you? Don't mind me asking, Rex.
I'm 39. I'll be 39 in July.
All right, well, we're close. I'm 40. See, so we got two middle-aged people here, and this young man, and this is not good because we can't remember shit. So, Hunter, you're in trouble.
I
CSR
don't remember shit anyways.
I know.
or CRS.
What's that? Oh, can't remember shit. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. see, that's exactly what it is.
I like that. Yeah,
All right.
CRS moment, man. Fuck CTE. We got CRS. That's not funny.
Damn, Hunter.
Well, I can say that, man. I played football. I'll probably got CTE.
You can say that. You can very much say that. All right. Hey, so the stuff that you deliver, man, how different is what you're doing now from what you started with in the tow industry, and how much do you feel that experience starting in the tow and learning things that way prepared you for the type of things that you deal with now, as far as loading and securing and such and forth and so on?
So mainly it gets you, it's like with equipment delivery and rental, especially with rental equipment, you never know what the hell you're going to haul. So it's like, it helps you train your brain to think as real life Tetris, because you got to not only get all the stuff on your trailer, but then you got to think of a way to push and pull, per se, on equipment, like tying it down, chaining it, where you're going to run your chains, where you're going to run your binders, where you're going to run your straps, what kind of equipment you can use just to strap on, and what equipment you have to use chains and binders for. And you just kind of got to go by experience. It's not something that you could just go to a school and learn. It takes like hands-on. Like, you can't just say, hey, go move this piece of equipment, but hey, I don't know how you want to do it, but make sure it doesn't fall off the trailer.
Yeah, I never did the open deck stuff. Well, I did for 3 weeks. I lied, but it was hauling rock from a quarry, and I fucking hated that. That's why I only did it for 3 weeks too. Like, that's not even on my resume. I hated that job, man. I don't know what the hell I was thinking when I took that thing. So I've never had that experience, but people talk all the time. You see it all the time on the internet, man, about these clowns, the way people use straps to do steel coils, you know what I mean? Or they're using straps to hold down, 10,000 pound vehicle or whatever it is.
And it's not to dog the OTR drivers, but a lot of them, they just think they like, oh, I threw stuff in a trailer before, I can just roll with it. And then, like, we've had OTR drivers show up with a flatbed, brand new, pretty aluminum flatbed, and put a hole in it with like an excavator or a man lift or a forklift. And then they're like, oh, oops. And then they go and they run a strap through like a piece of 40,000 pound machinery, and which only holds like either 2,500 or 5,000 pounds, but it's a piece of cloth. And they think, oh, well, it'll be all right. Or they stack a crap ton of scissor lifts and they throw one strap over it and say, oh, well, that'll hold.
Do y'all have a lot of people come and pick stuff up themselves for y'all from y'all?
It's a lot of auction. It's a lot of stuff that, like, beat up stuff that Sunbelt doesn't want to use anymore. It's costing too much to maintain it all the time. So they'll just send it to auction, and the auction places send over the road drivers that they put it on those bid websites, and whoever has the lowest bid picks it up. So it's like, but we've got a bunch of yard guys at our location in Myrtle Beach where if it's not right, they don't leave our yard, because we're not having that on our conscience or on our reputation.
That's really good to hear, man. I literally was going to ask that, since that you're talking about these horror stories and things that you see, but do you guys, offer any guidance, because obviously the only way you're going to learn is if, you know, someone teaches you or you fail miserably. And the stuff that
Yeah.
we're talking about is obviously not the stuff you want to fail miserably at, you know.
I'd much rather take the 5 or 10 minutes and stop the driver and be like, look, I don't care how long you've been driving the truck, but this is not how you do it. Like, you need to do it this way. And they're like, well, all I have is this. And I said, well, you better come back and like go run to the local place and get some chains and binders, or you can see if maybe you can buy some from here. It's hit or miss. But I'd much rather teach somebody than see it on the news like, oh, local truck driver hits a bridge.
Yeah, I never thought that you would deal with like seeing that stuff like that, man. That's quite interesting, man. So you you know, you get to kind of see both parts of it, even though, you know, you're more in the local sector of it. So
Yeah.
you know, how many stops do you usually do a day, Rex?
It really depends on the season, on the weather, on the time of day, but I'd say about 10 or more, just because we don't live in a huge city. It's more of a small beach town, so it's not like like where I came from in Baltimore, we do like 15, 20 runs a day between deliveries and picking stuff up off of job sites when customers are done with it. So it's a lot different. It's a lot lower of a market down here.
Yeah, understood. So what are you doing like in your downtime, man? You know, I mean, do you know, moonlight as a salesperson, or are you out there in the shop helping maintenance type stuff, or
Downtime, cleaning the truck.
I know you in that damn truck, man.
Literally.
You in that
I-
damn truck.
I've gotten so many different, because once you reach a certain amount of followers on TikTok, you get into the what they call the creators program, and then the creators marketplace, and then like you can reach out to different companies and just say, hey, like I could really use your product, like I could use it to like wax my truck, or hey, I could really use your cutting polish to polish my rims and stuff. I could really use that electronic wireless like buffer you have to buff out all the scratches in my wheels and my tanks and my side steps and stuff like that. So, and I'd say it's like 50%. 50% you'll get them. You'll be able to get them to send you what they call a free sample, and then they all they ask in return is you make like a 30-second video and post it on your TikTok.
Oh, that's cool. Well,
So
awesome. You can't give them any plugs, but no, I'm joking. Who do you have someone you use permanently, and I'm asking for a reason. We can talk about it later, to like do your truck, polish your stuff and all that.
we don't, unfortunately, because I'm not coming out of pocket to pay for a truck that's not physically mine. Since I run it for a company, I'm not gonna. I'll put 10, 15, $20 here and there into some like rags and stuff like that, but I've brought it up to my manager before that, like, hey, I want to get these factory scratches and stuff out of the rims and stuff like that, because it's not like a mirror polish on them. It may look like that in some of the videos that I post, but it's like if you zoom in, you can see like the scratches and stuff all over, like they're the machine markings.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I've never had them actually physically like professionally sanded and polished and buffed out, and I just kind of do everything on my own.
Yeah, well, you do a pretty dang good job, man. So I mean, it's a freaking kick ass truck, dude. Like that Mac and the color, like I mean, that thing is just
Yeah.
I mean, that's absolutely amazing, man. You do a great job, dude.
Yeah,
So-
my district manager, it's me and one other guy that he prides to show off our trucks to everybody else at all the meetings and everything like that. Like he'll bring us up, like, why can't you keep your truck like Rex, and why can't you keep your truck like, oh, we don't have time, and they're like, he's doing the same amount of runs as you
Yeah.
are. Why? How does he have time?
Everybody got the same amount of time, man. It's just on how
Exactly.
you use it. So do you guys strictly run Max, or do you run any other trucks?
We run Max, we run Freightliner, we run I think some of them have Western Star, but it's 90% of them are probably all day cab, Mac, Freightliner, and Peterbilt.
Now, did you get a choice when you first started driving, or did they just say, "Here's your truck"? You didn't
I
like it.
I hadn't been in with Sunbelt long enough to kind of have that pull to be like, hey, I need a new truck and this is what I want.
Right.
It's kind of like, hey, I got this beat ass truck. Can you get me a new one? I don't care what it is. Just get me something newer.
Oh yeah. No, Max are great work trucks, man. Is that what kind of transmission are you running? Is it an automatic, or are you running 18 speed, or?
Oh, it's automatic. I'm used to running a 10 speed, but I beggars can't be choosers,
Right.
especially when you don't own the truck.
Yeah, well, even like back to that, a lot of drivers that are being hired today, or even going to CDL score driving school, man, it's all automatics. Like
Well,
the company I work for, dude, we have like 4 13 speeds just sitting there, and we can't find drivers that know how to run one. It's crazy.
that's
You know,
insane to me.
I know, and that's why I keep joking with my boss. I'm like, dude, teach me how to drive.
So
He's
so
like,
the
no.
so the way I was raised before I was even able to get my Class C license, my dad taught me, if you can drive a stick, you can drive anything in the world.
Yep.
And that relates to driving a bike, driving an ATV, driving a dirt bike, driving anything. And it was funny because when I got into CDL school, they said, all right, who knows how to drive a manual car? And everybody that raised their hand, including me, they were like, oh, well, you're going to be the hardest one to teach. And I said, ha, okay. I was just like, I was raised to learn how to shift without using the clutch. And they were like, oh, well, maybe you know a little more than we think you do. And my hardest thing was memorizing the pre-trip.
Yeah,
But
that thing was a B word, man. Trying to memorize that pre-trip the way that
How
exactly you got to do it.
Was it 32? 32 point inspection?
I
Don't
think
give me
it's way
live
more
to you,
than
bro.
that.
I
Because
I
you got to
couldn't.
instruct, you gotta inspect the truck and the trailer.
Yeah,
Huh.
I think you may be right though. I think it may be about 30 or so. I think you're pretty damn. I think you're pretty damn close, Hunter. Because you start in the front and then it's like the lights, the blinkers, the four ways, the horn. And then they make you open the hood and do that thing, and then yeah, I don't know. You're probably pretty close. I don't remember. I wouldn't be able to pass CDL test now because I don't know how to fucking double clutch, and I don't know if this is everywhere, but in the state of Texas, if you want to get your CDL with the
No restrictions.
thank you, bro. Without the automatic restriction on it, then when you drive, you have to double clutch. So
Yep.
like I can't double clutch. I can float all day long, like I don't give a dang. That's easy, but I cannot double clutch. I've tried to teach myself, and like I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. I don't, because every time you want to do it, you understand, Rex, you know how to float. Like when you try to do it, and if you know how to float, like your brain just won't let you. You know what I mean? It just like won't work.
The what I was taught was the best way to use double clutching is to run your truck with the Jake brake on all the time.
Oh, dude, that's really,
because
I get that, because when you push in the clutch, it disengages the Jake brake. Huh? I never thought about that.
Because even some of the clutches are really light, and you can even you can even just like press your foot a little bit on the pedal, and it'll disengage the Jake brake.
Dude, I know exactly what you're talking about, because if like me, I used to run my Jake brake all the time. I don't give a shit what any of you old drivers say, whatever. I ran my shit all the time. I don't give a fuck. City, flat land, hills,
Yep.
I don't care. Ran it all the time. Screw you. If it saves me on my brakes, whatever. Everyone's got their preference. But anyway,
Exactly.
so I had the habit because I always floated. And if you run with your Jake brake on all the time, you got to just, you don't have to push it in. You just got to put it enough to where it taps that sensor that makes the Jake brake shut off. Basically just lay your foot on it. So I know exactly what I'm talking about. Damn, I never thought about that, dude. Man. That's pretty good. That's like a cheat code right there. That's what that is. That's a cheat code.
Yep.
Damn it, son. That's pretty nice. So, all right, man. So we scroll through some of these pictures here. And do you do anything that is like oversized, over dimensional, or have to have permits or any of that stuff?
Not usually. Usually it's more weight wise. Like if we don't do too much of that down here, because obviously like the biggest thing we haul down here is like 120-foot man lifts, which are, I think they're about 40,000 pounds.
Damn,
But-
really?
Yeah.
Holy
They're-
crap, dude. I would
Because
not
an
think that.
85-foot man lift is, I think, like 36.5. So the 120s, the biggest I've hauled is a 180, but that's where you got to put 7 or 8 chains just on the machine just to make it so it's legal.
Man, I didn't think those.
So
I've been in construction and around construction my whole life, and I have never looked at the weight of those things. I did not. I mean, it makes
Yeah.
sense, with the boom arm out, and you have to have the counterweight at the base and everything, so it makes sense. But god dang, 40,000 pounds, that's nuts, man.
yeah. So I've actually been training a guy who I think commented on here. He's always quizzing me on like asking me, hey, how much is this machine, that machine? And I said, dude, Google is your best friend.
You should tell them, you'd be like, there's stickers on every one of these that'll tell you that information. Why don't you just go take
Yep.
pictures of all of it, Zach? No, I'm playing.
No, so he's been with us for about 2 weeks now, and he's doing pretty good. So
Freaking
I
hey,
got
man.
high hopes for him.
Yeah, you want to jump on, Zach, so you can tell us what kind of trainer Rex really is. You just let us know. We'll shoot you a link there, pal. So,
But yeah,
well, but before this, man, before you came down here to this Sunbelt, like, what about the stuff you were doing up there in Baltimore, man? Like, did you ever do any heavy haul type stuff up there? Were you doing? Have you ever done front end loaders or anything?
Yeah, I would, but I was running a Landau, so they were always over height, and I'm not a huge fan of over height or oversized loads, because it's just a lot of unnecessary stress for not a lot of money.
I feel that. Do you deal with any overheight stuff here? Like, I see you got a pretty low trailer. Looks like you're using a drop deck or Landau or whatever. But do you deal with any of that with the stuff you're at now? Any overheight stuff?
Not usually. And if I have to, I kind of put a height stick to it. I'd much rather play it safe, because we have what they call in the industry blanket permits, to where we can run overweight or oversized, but it's only in certain aspects. But down here, we don't have to. DOT is pretty much non-existent. I wouldn't say non-existent, because they're existent during break week and all that other fun stuff. So
You better go knock on some fucking wood right now. You done cursed everybody in the 180-mile radius that you operate in now. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Anyone you start getting DOT pulled over in South Carolina, just let us know. We'll give you Rex's
My
phone
fault.
number. You can call and cuss his ass out.
Yeah.
Zach, if you want to come on, I'm serious, man. Let me know. You're probably watching on Rex's stuff, so I'll DM you a link, man. You come on here and talk to us.
Do you want me to
And-
copy the link out of the email for him, or
Yeah, send it to him, man. If you don't care if he comes on, send it to him. I'm
let me? I don't know if it'll. I don't know if you can still hear me or not, but
yeah, we can. FYI,
cool.
Hunter, I'm waiting on Anthony to come on. He should be hopping on here in a minute. You all right, bro?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm responding to an email from the Drage Junkies.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
dude. Booking a guest?
I'm still in catch up mode, man. I didn't even think about it today.
I bet you are.
I like woke up on freaking Pacific time and all that. So that jet lag, man, it's a pain in the butt.
Dude.
But let's see. I'll touch our logos. Yeah, shout out to the Mr. Towns Agnew with Dre Insight. He's about to give us a little shout out on his website. Touch our logos.
Nice.
I don't know if that link copied right or not, but because it just pulled up like a bunch of LinkedIn stuff, so I don't know.
Oh,
It may work, it may not.
Oh, there he is.
What's going on, yo?
There he is.
Hey, that's good.
What's up, Zach? How you doing, man?
Good. How you doing, brother?
Man, we're all right, dude. Thank you for joining us, man.
Dude, Rob, Zach looks like your freaking brother from South Carolina. I don't know about you. Pop some glasses on, man. You'd be spitting in it.
I know, right? You're probably right. There we go. There. Oh my god, you're a fucking trip. Look at that. We'll do a side by side comparison. There we go.
Oh, hold on.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, pretty close.
So if you get in any trouble, Rob, your name is Zach. Britton.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's good shit, man. Zach, how you doing, brother? How's your week been?
Good. Been stuck in the cab with Rex all week.
I'm sorry. You probably getting sick and tired of his ass doing fucking TikTok videos every stop, huh? You're like, dude, can you come on? We got stuff to do. Let's go back to the yard.
Nah. Phil's been great, honestly. This is my first equipment hauling job that I've had, and him and all the other guys over there at Sunbelt have been real welcoming and real cool with any kind of questions I've had or help I may need, and everyone's been great.
That's great, man. What did you do before this?
I delivered drywall with the boom truck, the cranes.
Oh,
I did that for about a little under 4 years. This June would have been 4 years, but I wanted to work at Sunbelt for a while, and me and Phil had actually found each other on TikTok, like you were saying earlier, and we started talking back and forth. And then one day he called me. He's like, "Hey, you still want to come work here?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it." So, yeah.
that's good, man. Did have you been local your whole CDL career too?
Yeah. So I got my B back in February of 2019. I'm originally from Delaware. Moved down here with my old lady in June of 21. Up north, I ran mainly trash trucks and triaxle dump trucks, and then I got my A permit for a while there. Did a little bit of low boy, but I wasn't able to do the road test. The company kept kind of, I guess you could say, giving me the short straw, I guess. Saying, "Oh, we need the truck this day, or we need the trailer this day, or whatever." But came down here, started running the crane, delivering the drywall. I didn't really have much experience with that, and then started there in June, and then in January of 23, or the local school to us, the college was doing a tuition waive, so I hopped on there and upgraded my B to an A, finally, and then pretty much just kept working there until Phil texted me and said, "Hey, you want to come work here?" And I finally was able to. So I was definitely grateful for the opportunity. I got my CDL to begin with because another friend of mine, his dad works at Sunbelt. So I've wanted to work there for a long time now. But
It's awesome, man. You got to You got to keep pumping them up. They're not watching this show, bro. So don't worry about it. You're not going to get any raises or anything like
That's fine.
that from this.
That's
No,
fine.
I'm joking. No, what the real question is though is what was your referral bonus, Rex? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Like, that's what we want to
so
know. That's
I had actually totally even forgot about it until till I remembered. Like I just randomly was just thinking one night, and I was just like, "Oh shit, I brought him on. That means I get a bonus." I don't remember what it is. I honestly don't even remember what it is, but it's a nice kickback.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, bro. I mean, if you're doing the recruiting, you know what I'm saying, then you should
Yeah.
get them good bonuses, man. Hey, I can't hate you for that. All right, wait, let's move back into it. And Zach, since we got you, man, and you're kind of just starting out with them, but you still have kind of a foothold in the understanding of the local stuff. What are some of the like big challenges that you guys deal with, man, like on a consistent basis, besides the tight spots and stuff, but is it just ornery customers, just, people asking stupid shit? Is it just the time constraints? What are some things that you feel make the local stuff, more of a challenge than some of the other stuff like OTR, regional, that kind of thing?
So mainly we do a lot of loading and unloading on the main roads. And it's constantly having to watch your back while you even though we have cones and all these other and flashers on, you'll still get people that run up on the end of your trailer, and then they kind of put their hands up like this, and like you're in their way. Why are you in their way? And it's just like, I mean, you didn't see the cone that was 20 feet back there telling you not to come over here?
Man, I could just imagine that. What about like these construction sites, man? Like I assume you guys probably deliver a lot to there. Do you or do you not?
It's a lot of having to figure out. It has to go back to like how I said your pre-planning, how you have to look at the job sites and figure out which side of the road and everything like that, and then you got to get there and worry about shit. If I don't want to have to sweep up and shovel up all this mud, I got to figure out how I'm going to back into this job site. And sometimes when you got heavy machines on you, it's like then you kind of like your maintenance brain turns on and you're like, well shit, I got to worry about ripping my tires, blowing a tire, ripping the tire off the rim if I cut too hard, and it's just a lot.
I tell you, I enjoyed the local stuff for a variety of reasons, but I also hated it for a lot, man. Like some of these places, my biggest thing was just putting 75 feet of truck in places that 75 feet of truck are not supposed to be at. I mean, I never did what you guys did. I was OTR, and then I worked like PFG and McLean, which is like delivering food, restaurants, grocery stores, that stuff, man. And so I did a lot of the same things you guys, man, loading from the freaking side of the road, man, with a ramp coming out the back of the truck, dude. And again, same thing with you. No matter how much stuff you put out there, people just run up on you and act like you're in the way. So those are my struggles, man, was just mostly dealing with the public, man. And even the people inside buildings, you be coming in to deliver stuff and everyone's in your way, not holding doors for you and looking at you like, like you're the crazy person. So that local stuff it's a beast all its own.
Yeah.
And I will say there is one now, not with this job as much, but with my other job, doing the drywall, a big thing was a language barrier when you got to be able to get the truck right up on the house.
Oh my dude, I could imagine. I can only imagine that shit. Oh my god. Oh,
I'm sure you got to deal with the language barrier down there in Texas, being so close to the border.
Dude, I mean, yes, we do, but I don't know. I know enough to get myself around, man. You know what I'm saying? And let's be honest, man. I mean, most of like the Hispanic culture, like they learn enough to get their fucking self around too. Like they understand,
Yeah.
it's just like we are. Like, hey, we're not going to, bend to you, and they're not going to bend to us. So, but I do understand where you are coming from, 100%. Honestly, mine was more like the Indian culture and like the Asian culture, that's the ones that can be difficult because some of them, they just don't care. They're like, we are not learning it. We don't care. It's just the end of it, dude. So they're trying to tell you to put that shit by the door. You know what I mean? You're putting it in the freezer because it's like, well, this is frozen stuff. It should go in the freezer. And then they're yelling at you in a language you don't understand. And you're like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, this is where it's going. It's not moving now.
Yep.
Am I frozen?
Nope, you're not.
No.
Fucking hold on. I love
Hey,
this.
hey, the one way you can tell if you're frozen or not is your fan will stop spinning.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good
Well, dude,
one.
no, sometimes everybody else will be frozen. And I'm like, these idiots, they have terrible Wi-Fi. And then I'm like,
That is
oh,
true.
shit, I'm the idiot. Everybody's Wi-Fi is down except for mine.
Oh man, that's just funny, dude. That is so true. That is very true. All right. Well, let's move it on to the, I guess, the content side, man. You know what I mean? Dude, so you had talked about how you were, posting on Facebook and Instagram and everything like that, but like, what was the turning point, man? Did you kind of really leaned hard into it? And why why the truck stuff, man? Is that just the things that hit for you or what?
Pretty much, it was like that's what I kept seeing that was catching on TikTok, and I was just like, well, I'm not gonna sit here and lip sync into a camera to get views. So let me post. It was a lot of research into watching a lot of TikToks and kind of seeing who was getting more likes and more views and how they were doing it. And I was just like, oh, they got nice flashy trucks. And I was just like, I got a nice flashy truck that I can show off. And then like I had a video that hit like 15,000 views. So I was just like, shit, I'm gonna just keep going. I'm just gonna keep going with it. And then I started just like looking up how to get more and more followers and stuff like that. And like there was the mass following right before TikTok shut down the first time. And then once I started doing the mass following, then I discovered the whole teamwork trend where all you had to do was comment and then like everybody else's comment. And then they just started following and following and following and following.
Damn it. I'm gonna go start doing that right now. Hold on, everybody. Give me a minute. Real quick.
Hey, go for it, man. It's
like,
just I'm serious. That's how you get your numbers up.
dude, TikTok is it's like all other. So you know what I wish about social media is I wish they would all just pick one damn algorithm and stick to it. You know what I'm saying? Because
but then it would be boring. It's like my grandmother told me, if everybody was the same, the world would be a very boring place.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I agree, but it is, dude, it's difficult, man. I mean, I only follow you on TikTok. You and I are friends on Facebook and stuff, but like, man, everyone is different. Like LinkedIn, we have a crazy following on LinkedIn. You know what I mean? But we get tons more views on X, even though our following is smaller. And we've got X kind of figured out on views, but it's like, well, how do you get the followers? TikTok. I told you about TikTok. Like, dude, we went from getting a couple thousand views to like 4. It was like, what happened here? YouTube. Hunter has tried like 3 different like beta tests, 4 or so on that thing, man. And he's like, I got it figured out, Pedro. I got it figured out. I'm like, all right, bro, fucking hit it, man. And then he gets it. He's like, I don't have it figured out, Pedro.
Yeah, you think you got it figured out. I'm about to start doing the opposite of what everybody says. I think that's where the money lies, but it's fun doing it though. It's fun, I mean, you just got to keep trying though. Like, and even like Pedro's talking about on LinkedIn, it's like one of those things. Like I've started to realize, the more you post, like you're not going to get the impressions and shit right away, but it kind of builds that pipeline. So like your other content starts getting engaged with, and then the new stuff you post like automatically pops up. So TikTok's Chinese to me, and no pun intended because it is a Chinese company, but like I just don't understand like how it works. But but it's strange though, man. Like YouTube, I know for YouTube's huge on clickbait. Like our biggest videos on there are like cool ass trucks, or they have the big thumbnails on there that just catch the eye. And I don't know. There's like science behind all this shit, but kudos to you for figuring out TikTok, man. I've been trying to tell Pedro to get up there and do the dances. I'm Potato.
I gotta figure it out, man. Like the video I have, the biggest video I have on TikTok, I don't know, it's got a lot, like I don't know, close to, I think it's got 500,000 or 600,000 views, but dude, all it is some chick saying, you know, why do you think he's not texting you right now? And it goes to a clip of a guy saying, how do you buy a tank for home home defense? That's the video. It's like 10 seconds long. That's the video. But it's like Hunter said, he's like, Rob, he's like, look at the first thing you see. It's an attractive woman leaned very close into the screen. He's like, and you know, and then I go and you look, and it's like 90% of the people who liked it were guys. You know what I mean? It's but I got one more. I got another one after that. It's a news story of a lady, and she's saying, you know, residents are tired of hearing this sound, and then it's The Rock, and it goes, "Shut up, bitch," and then it goes to a bunch of Jake break videos. You know what I mean? And that would be, it's the weirdest stuff, man. Dude, look at that shirt, Anthony. Oh man, look at that. Let's
we're
go.
rocking the free
Hashtag free Trent. That's what I'm saying, man.
going on, guys. Sorry I'm late to the party tonight.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. How you doing, man? How was your day?
Oh man, this is great. Busy as hell, but great. You know, we're in logistics, so every day is busy, or it should be.
Yeah, it should be. You're right.
Ideally, yeah.
Exactly. Ideally, it should be.
How about you guys?
As long as the economy stays up, we'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll make it through.
Yeah.
We need to start figuring this shit out, man. I'll tell you that. What are you doing, Zach? You were just looking under the hood or something. What hood were you looking under?
My car, because I had my headlight out. I was swapping them out, but it's fixing to rain where I'm at, so I shut the hood and everything.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's storming down here right now. I've been watching the radar. I was about to say, hey, if I lose power, it's because I hear a bunch of thunder outside.
Yeah, this whole like dark front just moved in right over my house. It was nice and sunny, and then I look over again. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Now it's getting all nice and windy too, so it's wonderful.
I love some rain, bro. Rain comes over here. I'm happy as hell, dude. Like I don't know about where y'all are at, but here we have these things called droughts, and so
well, we just had to recently deal with all those wildfires in Carolina Forest.
I hadn't even heard about those, man.
Oh man! I posted a TikTok about it.
I'll go look. It
was like a 9,000 acre fire.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Let that tell you about all the crazy news that is more important than 9,000 acres of national forest burning. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you're scrolling through, what should we put on 5 o'clock news tonight? 9,000 acres burned, tariffs. Tariffs. There we go. We'll put that up there like everyone else is talking about, you know?
Yeah. Let's not be original.
Oh, man. I've just been avoiding all of that stuff. I mean, I know we have to stay up on the industry and everything, but I've just been kind of kicking and rolling, you know.
Why try to stay up on it? Because they keep freaking changing it. Make up your minds. Are we going to fucking do this or not? Like, just put the ball to the damn goal line or hold it. Call a timeout. Like, dude, I'm about so sick and tired of this. Like, y'all just figure it out so we can figure it out. Like, I've got a customer, man. He ships stuff in, and he's like, dude, he's like his customers are getting on his ass because he keeps having to change his rates like on a weekly basis based off everything. He's like, man, it is becoming a nightmare. So yeah, I wish we just figure that crap out. We could all, hey, if it's going to be what it's going to be, but let's just figure it out so we can push these things out and everyone can adjust and we can move on with life and blah, 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 blah. But you know, whatever. We're not going to get off on that. Zach, let's talk to you for a minute, man, since you're new. And then we're going to roll into freestyle because we're in an hour. So we'll spend, we'll ask you this question and then we'll spend the next 30, 45 minutes just shooting the shit. Hunter, you cool with that?
Yeah.
Phil, you cool with that, man? We're just going to chill after this and just shoot the shit. Zach, since you're new at them, man, you know, what are some of the things that you're seeing, maybe challenges, I don't know, just anything, that you're seeing as someone coming into kind of a different area, you know what I mean, of driving, doing this equipment stuff and all of those things. You know, what are some of the things that you're dealing with that you know you think Phil is helping you with?
One thing for sure that he's definitely been helping me with, I haven't really been able to get behind the wheel much yet because Sunbelt has a whole process with new hires and whatnot. But one thing that's definitely gonna be new, not new for me, but different than what I'm used to, is more trailer than truck. So for the last 2 years, I've been driving a 50-foot boom truck with a 20-foot trailer. Now it's a 20-foot truck with a 50-foot trailer. So that's going to be one thing that he's definitely giving me tips and tricks on, with helping me when it comes to backing differently, coming down, doing coming in tight turns, or if I got to back off of a road, it's not more of positioning the truck, it's more of positioning the trailer more. Um, a lot of the equipment now, with me and my background, I have a experience running like off-road forklifts and skid steers, excavators, stuff like that. So that stuff I'm fine with moving, but like the man lifts, the scissor lifts, the other kind of like different stuff, that's definitely going to be new to me. Him and then the other driver that's there, Al, they've been helping me out with kind of giving me an idea as to what it's like. Is like there's some stuff that I can't use yet, like I said, because Sunbelt's got a whole hiring process and whatnot. Um, like I can't do anything aerial like the forklift or the man lift or scissor lifts and stuff. But and also with just being more comfortable with driving up the back of the trailer. You know what I mean? Because I've only time I've really put something on a trailer was either a car on a trailer or um like a bigger machine on a lowboy. Lowboy's not very tall. So I'm not as new to climb up a 45-degree incline and then watch the track, if it's like a track machine, coming down on that pivot point to where you're not hitting the throttle and then you almost like whiskey throttle it, but making sure you do it, as best as you can, kind of thing.
And those are some really good points that you made, man. Like I didn't think about the difference of more truck versus trailer, man. Like, that's man. I never dealt with that myself, man. So that's a good one. But you also brought up something else, man. Like how is it figuring out how to deal with all this equipment? I mean, Rex, you've been doing this a little longer than he has, so maybe you have a little more experience, but like, what is that shit like, man? Like, he's talking about doing the scissor lifts and like all these other type of equipments, the Bobcats, like what is that?
So with, like you said, Rex has been doing a lot longer than me, obviously. Able to use of my prior experience, whether it was running a skid steer for a job or running an excavator or running, a lull and stuff like that, to where I'm efficient with it. And if I need to put it somewhere, I'm comfortable with the machine to where I can put it where I need to. Like I said, up that incline and stuff like that. But it's definitely a different pace when it comes to trying to figure out what all does what, because one skid steer from Bobcat could be different from a different brand. It could have or the buttons could be switched. It could be a different control than I'm used to, or that kind of, or the different weights of them. One could have just having the variety of different size machines, from a 3,500-pound excavator to an 18,000-pound excavator. They're going to handle differently coming on and off the trailer. But it's definitely a process 100% with learning what everything does, how it all works, how it all runs. Like there's been times where I'm like, "Mom, man, why is this thing not starting?" And it's like, well, it was one kind of excavator that I need to have the red lever up versus the red lever down. It's stuff like that you kind of, like Phil was saying earlier, with hands-on experience and stuff you learn as you physically do it.
Phil, do they make y'all get like certified on all the equipment there as well? Like,
Yeah, they have different, like, it's a lot of videos when you first start. Like you learn by video first on a computer, and then they bring somebody in and they train you how to use the forklift, how to lift the equipment, the pivot points, the weight shift. And like with the man lifts, some of the man lifts are four-wheel steer. So it's like you're so used to driving a car with two-wheel drive, like two-wheel steer, and equipment with just two-wheel steer or track steer, and then you go to this equipment that's four-wheel steer, and you're like, oh shit, what do I do? And you're only watching one axle, and then your other axle is going the complete opposite way, and you have to learn how to adjust it to be able to get it on and off the trailer without falling off the trailer.
I muted you, Charles, just so you know, because you had a lot of background noise.
Yeah, hey, I just popped in. I'm at my own surprise birthday party, but I want to say cheers to Logistics Lounge. Appreciate you guys. Didn't want to think that I ignored you.
Nah, you're good, bro. I didn't know you to party. Go enjoy your party.
I didn't know either. Hence the surprise.
Happy birthday, old man. Well, they'd have to surprise you. You probably would have found some place to run and hide.
Hey, no, I appreciate you guys. You guys keep doing all the amazing stuff you guys are doing. Appreciate everything you guys do. And we'll have more time to talk when I don't have all these people coming and going.
Yeah, you're good, bro. Deuces,
Hey,
Charles.
happy
Thanks for
birthday,
popping on.
Phil.
Later.
Happy birthday.
Thanks. Time for that AARP membership.
This motherfucker.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that because I actually got one of those in the mail the other day, and I'm like, dude, I'm 44. What the hell?
They're getting you ready. And you're like, you are 44, but when they look you up on social media, there's like, this guy's got to be 72.
Yeah,
You know-
I have an old picture up from high school.
We all work in logistics. You know how it is, man. I know you've seen those memes. You know what I mean? It's like It's like a picture of the old guy. It's like I'm 28 and I feel great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
I can work in logistics or trucking, man. Like, you kidding me? Oh my god, dude. Josh, what's up, Mr. Josh? We miss you, Josh. We miss you very much, dude. Because you're right. Act like I'm 90, bro. I do act like an old man. You are not lying at all. You know me well, Josh. You know me well. I am. Hey, but no one is worse as an old man than the actual old man, Rob Carpenter. Like, I actually was talking to him, Hunter. Can you believe he's still awake?
Who? Rob?
Rob Carpenter. I was just DMing him. I can't believe he's still awake. I think it's only because he just got off the plane and he just got home.
Yeah, he's probably gonna be real grumpy for the next few days. So
Yeah, he's probably gonna go home, get his warm glass of milk. You know. No, man, I can't wait. He's actually coming. He's coming to Texas for the next 2 weeks, so I'm hoping he's going to be near me, so him and I can chill, man. I freaking love Rob.
yeah, Rob.
And as his heart is that of a 2-year-old. In fact, you're right. My heart is that of a 2-year-old. You know, man, we miss you, Josh. We miss you, dude. We gotta have you back on the show soon here, Mr. Joshua.
So, funny story about Josh. I went my DMs the one day and I'm like scrolling. I'm like, who's LinkedIn member? And I realized it was Josh. I was like, oh crap, he blocked me. I wonder what I did. Well, here it turns out he was just off for a while. But I originally thought he blocked me, and I'm like, I don't
Josh has been off a lot longer than a while. Let me tell you that. He's a lot longer than a while.
Yeah. Well, glad to have him back at any rate. He's one of the more entertaining accounts on there.
He said, Anthony, true story. the stuff he's been posting on, stuff he's been posting on LinkedIn lately is just like, I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing?
Yeah, and how much longer is he going to be able to stay on before he gets booted for something?
Dude, you would think so, but he never does. Josh, do you want a link? Comment yes if you want a link, Josh. You can come on, you can hang out with us, dude. Let us know. You can come say hi to the homies, man. We ain't seen you in a while. Josh is crazy dude, man. This guy, if he does come on and hop on, like, this dude's super smart, man. I mean, he's part of building a bunch of logistic stuff at Amazon, runs a bunch of different businesses, and you talk to him and you would never ever believe it. But he's extremely
my wife won't let me.
Said my wife won't let me.
Hey, that's why I locked the garage door. My wife can't get in here right now.
You know what, Hunter? I'm honestly concerned because Is that saying something about us, or is that saying something about Josh? Josh, DM us and let us know. Like, is that more about
Hey,
you?
one wink if you're okay, 2 winks if you need help.
There you go.
Yeah, we're here for you, man.
What's the sign? Oh my gosh. Oh, that's good shit, man. But what y'all got planned for the weekend, Rex and Zach?
Just chilling, man. Probably gonna ride the motorcycle a little bit.
Dude, that
And,
bike, man. That's a cool ass bike you have. What kind of bike do you have?
I have a 2000 Dyna Lowrider.
Damn, old school. Look at that.
And then I got a 08 Vulcan Classic.
Hunter, you'll love the sticker on the front. Hunter, look at the sticker on the front. Let's get a close up, Rex.
Wait, hold on, let me try to get it.
Let's go. That's right.
Yeah, it's a pretty sweet bike.
Yeah, it is.
How long you had that, man?
About a year and a half. I bought it actually from my manager at Sunbelt.
Oh,
it was his bike, and then when I moved down here, all I had was the Vulcan Classic, and I was just like, I don't really like this thing. And he goes, a year later, he finally was just like, well, you've been riding my dyno, because he went and got a Road Glide not too long after I started working there, and he was just like, why don't you just buy my dyno? I was just like, are you sure? Like, that's your baby. Like, I'll buy it, but yeah.
Nice.
The Vulcan, is that the one by Kawasaki?
Yep.
Yeah, and it looked kind of like a Harley, doesn't it?
It looks exactly like a Harley. It's got Harley exhaust on it. It's got a Vance and Hines 2-pipe exhaust. It's more of like a 2-to-1 kind of setup, like where both pipes run side by side instead of underneath the bags.
Yeah, I believe that's what my brother had. He got one in the crate and everything. Like, he got it cheaper in the crate and by assembling it himself, which is weird. I didn't know that was a thing in the bike world. But his was, man, it was this beautiful, like, blue, crystal blue color. It was absolutely, man, it was a beautiful, beautiful bike.
I don't know if you can see it, but so mine is too. It's like a blue, but with a pinstripe and black.
Oh yeah,
like
no, his was
blue.
like that blue, but a little lighter, and the whole bike was that way.
Oh, see, I don't like that. I don't like the all black on that, at least. I like the all black on my Harley, just because it's easier to clean.
Let me ask you this: what is it that you don't like about riding that one?
It's a lot heavier and wider. The Dyna,
Okay.
I can throw around and like weave in and out of traffic.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Are you a bike rider, Anthony?
Yeah, I got a BMW F800 GS. It's like,
oh god, you lost us right there.
Uh-oh.
and it's BMV.
BMV. What's that stand for?
This is what it is. It's not BMW. It's BMV. Just like it's not Porsche. It's Porsche.
Gotcha.
I'm just an asshole, bro. I'm just messing with you. I
good.
say BMW too, but it is BMV.
Okay. Yeah, well, it's a little on the wreck side right now, so I got to get it fixed.
Ooh, what happened, man?
Man, I was coming down. My brother-in-law just had his driveway graveled, and when I got there, I rode up through his yard and I parked at the top, and they had tamped it down and put the, thinner substrate to make it more solid. I didn't even need a coaster under my kickstand, so when I was leaving, I was coming down his driveway, and it's a pretty steep hill, and then it has a bump into the road, and I was cruising down it, and I didn't realize they hadn't packed down there was like 6 or 8 inches of loose gravel at the bottom. So when I slowed down to come out of the driveway, I barely touched that front brake and it just cut in. I was mostly on the back, but it was like 10 miles per hour or something like that. But I got knocked out for a second, and woke up with 500-pound bike on my leg, and thank God the pipes weren't hot yet. But anyway,
Dang, that's
yeah,
nuts.
I know it sucks. I shouldn't. My friend, he's from India, and I'm telling him this story, and he's like, "Why did you hit the front brake? The roads suck in India. We never use the front brake. We ride like this." He's telling me. So yeah. Anyway, stupid accident, and a lot of motorcycle accidents are caused by gravel, and
Yep.
just one of the hazards. But I just didn't realize that they hadn't packed it down yet. So when I hit that, I mean, barely touched the thing, and it just went. So it's not too banged up, but the handlebars are bent, and it just feels weird. It's like doesn't feel right to ride it. So,
Dude, come on, bro. I know the handlebars are bit. Hey, get on the front of that thing. You hold the wheel between your legs, just like we were kids. No, I'm joking. You remember how to do it.
yeah, I need a new setup.
I wish it worked like that.
I know, right? Yeah, I have no idea. I'm just talking shit. Yeah,
actually, it's funny you mentioned that because I do know people that have done it. But I'm not.
Robert Bain. we get Robert Bain over your house, bro. We'll be saying it out there. Yo,
Putting him over.
We'll get Bain over there. He'll straighten that shit right out for you, man.
There we go. He won't even flinch. He'll be like,
I know. Did you see that video he posted earlier, man? Like, I don't know what he was bench pressing, bro. It was like 500 pounds or some crazy shit. I was like, oh my God, this guy, man. This dude is a beast, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I got a whole gym set up right here.
There you go.
Well, we'll have to bring you back on with our crew, man. We got a whole bunch of gym fitness fanatics. Our boy Robert Bain, he holds a couple records, but one of them, he's like the number 8 person in the world that is, what is it, Hunter, deadlifted a certain weight or something, isn't it?
Yeah, something around that. But he's going for the world record squat this summer.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a what's his name? What's that? The Beast.
Don't know him.
He's the heaviest heavy lifter out right now. He's from like Germany or something. What the hell's his real name? I can't think of it right now. But he like deadlifted like 1,200 pounds.
Holy crap.
Jeez.
Good Lord. Man, that's like a Volkswagen Beetle. Golly, that's nuts. I don't know, but anyway, we got a whole bunch of friends that are into this stuff. We got our buddy Nick. He does he's a marathon guy, does Spartan races. Our buddy Lombard, he does Spartan races. He just did the Florida Ironman, I don't know, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, something like that. So we'll have to bring you back on, dude. If you're into fitness, we usually during the summertime, we have like a bunch of fitness influencers and stuff that are focused on like truck drivers and everything. And we'll bring them on, do a bunch of shows and stuff, man. So if you're heavy into fitness, we'll have to bring you back on. I mean, and you're a truck driver. So dude, you fit right in. Matter of fact, I'm going to send you an invite to this group that we have with Lombard. It's called Lombard Motor Fit. And I don't know, there's probably like 20 of us in there, man. And everyone is in logistics, from truck drivers to brokers. Jessica from United Commercial Insurance, she's in there. It's a whole group of people, man. Everyone's on a different journey. Some people just starting, some people doing all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna shoot you a link to that, man. You can join and hang out with us.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. I actually got in shape over the last couple of years. I'd put on a little bit of weight and stuff, and it feels good getting in shape. I'm not a power lifter like you guys, but definitely something important to have in your life. A little exercise.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a power lifter. I'm more of a lifter, just keeping shape from trying to avoid getting chunky from sitting behind the steering wheel.
Yeah. Same with, in our jobs, we're sitting behind a desk. So you can definitely put on a few. It's not too hard.
Yeah,
man, I'm enjoying working out again, dude, and being healthy. So Lombard got me back on that thing, man, after having that bad doctor's appointment I had, dude. And so I think today I weighed in. I hit my best earlier this week. I hit my goal was to hit 290 before the end of April. And I don't know, maybe it was Wednesday. I think I weighed in. I was 290.5. So,
Nice, man.
bro, I'm on my way. I was like 318 last August when I went to the VA, and long story short, is like about to be diabetic, high cholesterol, fucking they're about to raise my blood pressure meds. I was swelling so bad that I couldn't even like put shoes on most days. I mean, it got so bad that like one of the holes in my leg where I had surgery like busted back open to allow all the fluid to like start seeping out of my leg. Man, it was bad, fucking bad, dude. And man, made a change, but here I am. I love it, man. As a matter of fact, I went to the gym earlier today, man. Did 2,000 meters on the road, did 5 miles on the bike, did some muscle failure, bicep and chest. And, I'll take a break tomorrow, and Sunday I'll go do like a 5K walk. So, and I'm loving it again, dude. I was telling someone this earlier this week that, the first half of my life, like I really beat my body to shit, man. Like all young people do, man. I worked manual labor jobs. I was in the military. Then I was a truck driver, and I was a local truck driver unloading groceries coming out of a trailer off a ramp, and even though I did fitness in between that, like I was still a young guy, man. I was just more about looking good and having muscles and stuff. It wasn't about actually being healthy. So now that I'm about to be 41, man, I'm like, dude, like I really just want to be able to enjoy that last part of my life. I really don't want to be 70 years old and having to have someone change my diapers and bathe me and do all these things, man. I want to be able to enjoy the last part of my life and be fucking healthy, man, and not have to be at a doctor every week. So that's where I'm at, man. I'm on my way to 250, made some major freaking changes, and that's, I'm just doing my thing, man.
Proud of you, man.
Damn right.
And I'll tell you what, when you hit 40, it is a nexus point, and you have a choice. You can either get in the best shape of your life and live to be, in your 80s or whatever, or, not, and end up with tons of health problems, So very important. But it's like something magical about that age where, you see those 60-year-old guys that look like they're in their 40s or something like that. Those are the people that made that choice probably, around 40, a lot of them. I've seen those transformations and all that stuff. So it's the perfect time.
Dude, that's my dad, man. I think my dad's 67. 67, dude looks like he's in his fucking 50s, man. I mean, if besides his white hair, you know what I mean? Like, he does like no wrinkles. Nothing, dude goes on walks, exercises all the time. Like he's spry as all heck. And I'm like, but he's always been a healthy guy. He's always worked out, always watched his diet and all that. And I'm like, man, like that's which funny enough, here's the irony of that is my dad's the healthiest person I know, like as far as long-term. And my dad had a heart attack 2 years ago.
Oh,
like even his doctor is like, what the, like it was like, he was always like, even his doctor was confused. It's like, this just doesn't make sense for you, Bob. Like you were so healthy. Like everything is always so perfect for you, but hey, that's genetics for you, man. It's my dad is the longest living male in our family history at this point. Well, actually, I lie. Besides my great grandfather that came over here in the 1890s, I think he lived to be in his 70s. But my dad at 67 is the longest living male since him. Every guy dies in their late 50s, early 60s from a heart attack. So it's nuts, dude. Like healthy as you could be, but genetics at the end of the day always wins.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fellas, I gotta run. I appreciate the invite.
Later, Zach.
Good talking with y'all. Phil,
Yeah, you too, man.
See you, man.
Hunter's. Hey, Zach. Hey, make sure you get with Rex and you go and follow us and everything, man. And you ever want to come and hop back on the show, dude? You're more than welcome. You're officially now a lounge lizard. So, dude, yeah. You laugh. You are too, Rex. You're a lounge lizard, man. Y'all come hang out anytime you want, man.
Yeah.
I got you guys. I appreciate it. I'll talk to y'all later.
Have a good weekend.
Man, have a good one.
Too.
Hunter's old young ass sitting here over here listen these fucking old men talking about their heart attacks and their high cholesterol.
Hey, it's right around the corner for me, man. All right, I just don't think about it too much. If you don't think about it, it doesn't exist. All right.
Yeah, right.
I love it. Oh, that's gonna be funny. Oh,
It's not a
they're-
lie if you
Yeah, right.
believe it.
Oh man, to be 31 again, man. Damn, Hunter doesn't know how
Oh,
lucky he is, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you when you hit 30, it's funny talking about 40. When you hit 30, you're like, holy shit. Like, I need to start getting serious now. Like, I'm like really officially an adult. Cause let's be real, like most people in their 20s, you're not an adult. Like, you just aren't. You know what I mean? Like, you hit 30, like, man, I'm an officially adult, man. I got to get my stuff together and blah, 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 blah. Like, dude, it's that same thing. And then when you hit 40, you're like, wow, I'm an old adult.
where did that last 10 years go?
I'm telling you.
And 30 is such a great age because you're just old enough to be taken seriously in like business
Exactly.
and stuff like that, but you're still young enough that you can do some stupid stuff before you get to
Yeah, to
40
say the
or
least,
50 or
man.
whatever.
Like I've taken full advantage of 30 so far. Like you said, man, 29.
Hammer
Like
down.
you're still like a kid, you know. But if you're like, yeah, I'm 30, you're like, all right. Oh,
Howdy.
Mr. Hatfield, what's up, brother?
I saw the link pop in, and I figured I'd say hello. So
Have to.
thanks
Welcome.
thanks for letting me just drop in. Hello, everybody. And also, I heard y'all talking about being a young buck. I'm 32, so I had to come back you up there, Hunter. You know, I can't let you. Take
Yeah, I
it by
appreciate
yourself.
that. We got to stick together, all right? We got to stick
Yeah,
together,
that's
man.
right. That's right.
Get it out of your system now.
But
We'll
what's going on, fellas?
reconvene. We'll reconvene with them in in like 8 years. Anthony and
Yeah.
Rex. You know what I mean? We'll see where they're at. Like, remember when you motherfuckers came on the show and you were
look,
talking about how
there he
spy
is.
you are? Josh, what's up?
What's up,
Yeah,
dude?
buddy.
What's up, gang?
How you doing, man?
Doing all right. Doing all right. Mr. Boys. What's up, Anthony?
Not much, bro. Glad to see you back.
I'm glad to be back, man. I miss the boys a lot.
We-
Aaron, Big Rex, nice to meet y'all.
So, man.
What's up,
Yeah.
buddy?
Yeah. Make introductions. Josh, Aaron. I mean, y'all been watching the show, so you kind of know who Rex is, how we met. Rex, Aaron, he's a logistics guy like us, done a whole plethora of things. Josh, same thing. He's a logistics guy right now. He works on the shipper side, but he did a lot of design for like Amazon Relay in the infancy of that stuff and everything. So there you go, man. You got a pretty good mix of folks on tonight.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Aaron, how are you doing, man? How's things since you got you went to Matt's, right? Did we see you in Matt's?
Yeah, Matt's was a whirlwind, bro. That's I was down in Savannah. I bought my tickets like months ago to go to Matt's, and then I had some business come up in Savannah that needed taken care of, and some stuff down that way, which turned out well. But I was like, dang, maybe I can get back and get down there Friday. So I in passing swung by your booth as I was trying to catch a couple meetings because I was only able to swing down there for the day because I live like an hour away. So I dropped my kid off at school. I took a red eye home the night before and then hit Matt's for like 5 hours and then went home.
Oh yeah, you didn't see him, Pedro?
Dude, hey, Hunter, let me tell you something. I was talking to Jeff
packed.
today. Dude, I had a meeting. I had a meeting with our sponsor, Trailer Century, and we were sitting there talking. And I was like, "Man, Jeff, I'm sorry, dude. Like, I didn't even get to see you. Didn't even say hi." I was like, I came by the booth twice, and you waved at me. He's like, "We talked to you." He was like, "I don't remember that. Are you sure?" Like,
Well,
dude,
the
so
layout,
I
it
have
was-
no. Matt's is a blur to me at this point. I'm to be honest with you, man.
I was bummed that I didn't get to go like the full 9 yards this year because I think I liked this layout better than I liked last year's. 'cause it
Yeah,
kept
they got rid of
everybody more
that one.
concentrated.
They got rid of that one area, like I call it the hangar, but that one
Yeah.
hot booth, man, where like everybody was at last year.
Yeah. I like the way they did the layout this year, but I was talking with Chris Thomas and a couple of the Truck Barking Club guys that I ran into there as well, and we were just it seemed, even if it wasn't more people, it seemed higher concentrated, and just like everybody seemed more shoulder to shoulder, which I guess is like from a trade show perspective is good. But I'm down there. I work in AI on the computer vision side of things nowadays. So it's like I come there in a consulting capacity and what I'm doing is really kind of just getting back to old school trucking, old school logistics, because I work with some of the local folks that I don't know. I'm from, and it's in my backyard too, right? So it's like it'd be like for me, it'd be a huge missed opportunity, especially just like I don't know. That's how I've met half of you guys literally like a year ago, starting at Matt's, you know, and it was just at that time I was like, oh hey, I saw you on LinkedIn, you know.
You hold a special place in mine and Hunter's heart, Aaron. You don't even know that. Hunter and I were talking about this the other day, bro, because you were the first person that came up to us and was like, "You're the guys from the Logistics Lounge.
Yeah.
Can I get a picture?" I will never.
Oh,
Yes.
no way.
Yes,
No way.
Yes,
That's awesome.
Yes, in front of Truck Parking Club's booth last year, man. It was because we were all just standing there. Yeah, dude, and we were sitting there talking to Sam and Rob, and like you walked up, and we're like, dude, what? Like I have that picture on my fucking phone still, Aaron. That's crazy, bro.
That is a blast from the past. Well, yeah, you know, it's like Matt's. Why do you go to Matt's for stuff like that? Because you get such a like. I ran into you guys. It's a good old school meets new school type of trucking, right? It's like you got the tech folks there, but if they're smart, they're going to go there and just talk shop. You know what I mean? And then just have like a good time, learn the ropes. And it's like with you guys there, I don't know. I like seeing this whole new wave. Like you see like this whole new generation coming in where it's, I don't know, millennials, the like the bridge gap between Gen X and millennials. It's like the more we're coming into the marketplace, especially with like OG trucking, these tech solutions, again, when they're smart, are actually driving like some really cool stuff forward. And I think that's like what you get a cool opportunity, not only just like, I don't know, have a good time looking at big trucks, but then you can actually see people that are actually like putting teeth to what they're doing, you know, because it's like I was talking with Gord McGill and we were talking about AI and stuff. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's fun calling out the snake oil because it's like in a lot of ways, especially in trucking, you go to shows like that, people talk about AI and it's like, yeah, there's applicable stuff, but how is it actually making the truck driver more money, making their life better, or making a process simpler? Like at the end of the day, if you're not answering one of those three questions, you should probably go to another show.
I know that's right, dude.
No, I mean, like what you were getting back to, man, like, you know, you as a tech guy, most tech guys don't even know what a fucking kingpin is, you know, like much less, you know, like the entry seat of the truck, you know,
That's
like,
a good point.
so like, you know, when it's like someone, you know, techie, like, oh, hey, yeah, come in here. I don't know if you guys saw, but there's like some blockchain thing now for like AR pay. That was the emptiest booth I saw at that show, but it was guys in suits and ties, you know, like acting like it was that like fucking manifest or something. And I was like, we'll see if you guys are back this year. But what you were saying, Aaron, like how it seems more concentrated, Matt's is actually making a push on that. And Rob brought this to my attention. So like the media passes, you know, like a lot of people just figured, oh, hey, I got like a decent following on social media. Like I can just get in here and do this. But now they're asking for like official documentation of what you're doing. Like, are you actually doing what you're saying, what you're doing? And even with the vendors, you know, it's like, think about how many vendors there were last year that you just looked at them and you're like, I don't even know what your fucking product is. And then you go and ask them and they're like, oh,
we don't even know what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
You should buy it though.
Yeah, you know, you see people just sitting down eating, you know, like not even wanting to talk to you and all that, and it's like that's kind of a waste. But yeah,
Well,
I
it's like
definitely
on
think
one
they're
hand-
going in a better direction.
Yeah, like I don't want them to lose. Like the one thing I don't want them to lose though is like I don't know. It's like that family friendly aspect to it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like you got like I don't know. Just like all the like events that kind of like just are happening around it, you know, whether it's music, karaoke or whatever is you like keep or like the truck show. It's like keep the family vibes, but I do like the direction they're heading because I think it's forcing people to actually start having conversations at these things that are beneficial. And it's like for the tech guys too, it's like, I don't know, I got my start in cold storage warehousing, right? And I always felt like I was talking with some folks over here up at Northern Kentucky University. What was it, 2 weeks ago, where I went to school with some of their supply chain management majors. And these kids, like, when I say kids, it's like I'm not that much, like, I'm 10 years older, so I feel like it's appropriate now, at least. Like, you know, it's like I'm old in their eyes. But it's like when I'm talking to them, it's like they are smart as, like, whips. You know what I mean? Like, just, gosh, this stuff didn't exist when I went to school there. And they're saying all these things, and it's wonderful things. And I just keep telling them, I was like, you need to throw on a pair of boots, walk a dock, go fist bump a trucker at a truck stop, go like, or like go to, if you're mechanically minded, go to a shop and just like sit there and see if you can just like hot seat for a couple afternoons. And it's like, even just by osmosis, if you're going to go in, you know, with this like tech heavy mindset, you got to be able to, I don't know. It's not like, yeah, don't show up to a dock in wingtips. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it doesn't mean you're going to like get the deal, but you got to at least put your best foot forward and at least, you know, cross that bridge to relate, because it's inherently blue collar, white collar, and that bull crap needs to stop, you know?
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
Rex,
I think there's good arguments on both sides, but it's like,
What's that?
Rex, have you ever heard of Mid America Truck Show? You ever been to that?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
Well,
well,
worth it if you got
we
a
gonna
chance.
get your ass. You got to get you next. We got to get you there next year. It's in Louisville,
Yeah.
Kentucky, every single year, man. That's what we're talking about. When we talk about mats, so we got to
Okay.
get you there. Whenever you get off here, just look up Mid America Truck Show.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm telling you, it'll be
That's
the perfect place for you, bro. Like with what you do as a job, man, with your following and your content, like you would love that. And I would be willing to bet that Sun State probably has, or Sunbelt, damn Texas, dude. Keep saying it. Dude, it's fun. He works for Sunbelt, and here in Texas, there is a company that does the exact same thing that is called Sun State. It's so fucking crazy, and because they're like right up the road from me, I keep mixing it up. But I'd be willing to bet that Sunbelt probably has a booth there. I'm gonna look that up, matter
I
of fact.
bet you they do. Hey, if you could give me some more information, I could probably talk to my district manager and get him to fly me out there.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah. And since you got a decent following, man, you could probably get a media pass. I only say probably because after this year, like Hunter said, they're being strict on that shit. Like last year, you applied for the badge, and then like as long as you followed their rules about making a couple posts and doing stuff from the event, you were good. But like
I
this
feel like
year,
Rex would be a perfect fit for
yeah,
that. because
I do
think
too,
about how
man.
much
I do
content
too.
You could get, bro. Like,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
yeah.
Because they do have like a bunch of like step decks and double drops and like just badass like working trucks, you know, like in your field.
Oh yeah. And honestly, my district manager would probably pay me to go out there.
I don't think I saw any like representation from. Is it Sunbelt or United you work for?
Sunbelt.
Sunbelt.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna look it up. I'm gonna look them up right now and see if they had a
I can't
booth.
remember if Sunbelt was there, but if they didn't,
I'm looking them up.
You definitely would be worth it, in my opinion.
Because I could even propose it, like make a presentation to him and be like, bro, like we need to get in there. I'll go there and set up a booth or something.
Well, dude, ride our coattails, man, because we'll definitely like have you on, like, because we do interviews and we're still in the works of thinking if we're gonna do live shows again or not, because that kind of like ate up a bunch of our time and energy, and it was fun, but even the internet there is so choppy, like,
Yeah,
kind of sucks. But I mean, yeah, it's definitely worth the while. And then just like talk and shop with folks, man. Like like shit, you could learn something and bring it back to your folks there at Sunbelt and like.
exactly.
Superman, just keep the conversation going, man. Because
Yeah.
that is the thing. It's like, like Aaron was kind of saying, it was to a point where it almost felt like I don't know, just like a normal convention, and then there was trucks there for shits and gigs. But this year, dude, like I feel like there was way more trucks.
Maybe he'll let me drive Rex down there.
They stepped it up for
There
sure.
you
Took
go.
the words out of my mouth. Actually, yeah, I might have something for you on that because me and Steve Talamo that are doing Drayage Junkies under Lounge Media Group talking about buying a container and like renovating it out to where it's like a mobile studio, like a lounge
Oh, that's
studio.
cool.
So we could drop that container on your deck and bring that John
Yeah.
up here.
Oh, that would
he's
be
right down there
sick.
in
Bro,
Charleston.
That
dude,
would be
he's in
cool.
South Carolina. Dude, yeah, that's funny. It works too well, doesn't it? He's in South Carolina. Steve's in South Carolina. Oh, it fucking
Yeah.
works too great.
Old Philip Milstead from Hammerlift will get on board. We'll have a whole little section out there because the drayage community has not been represented properly. Okay, so we're starting a petition. Sign the petition. Josh, get out of
Starting
here.
a movement.
Nice to see you. Love to see you go.
I regret not going this year, man.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. So
You've been
already
busy
planning
though,
for next
dude.
year.
How's life been for you, Josh? You've been hustling.
Yeah, that's all I've been doing. That's why I didn't go this year. Yeah, just moving a shit ton of freight on my end. And Aaron, I'm still waiting for you to make that call with
Oh yeah. Did he not
Oh, that's-
respond to that message?
No, he didn't. It's all good. We're
All right, I
moving a lot
got
of
you.
freight for them though, so that's a good
I
sign.
got you. I got you. I'll reach out again. I owe him a phone call anyway.
now
Cool.
see
I'm
what
glad
Josh
this is
here.
serendipitous. I'm glad we're talking.
Yeah,
It's good
yeah.
to see you, dude. It's good to see you. Baseball
Same.
season started too. I'm catching the Reds on Sunday or Saturday. Yeah.
Where, here in
I
Wrigley?
no, down here, but I gotta make my way up to Wrigley. I'm gonna try to catch a White Sox game this year too, just
Hey.
because I've never been to the stadium.
I gotta jump off here. I gotta go handle with the kids.
You're good. Hey, thanks for coming on, Rex. We'll
Yeah.
catch up online and everything, man, dude. Thank you for giving
Yeah.
us some of your time,
Well,
brother.
hey, before you go, any questions,
Yeah.
comments, plugs? Give your last words before you jump on at this piece.
Follow me on TikTok.
What's your handle?
Big Rex 863.
Boom. There we go.
Right on.
Go be
And
a
hey,
dad.
Rex,
Be a dad.
congratulations, brother. You are now officially a Lounge Lizard. It is a
Amen.
term of endearment. So anytime you want to hop on, give some updates, just come shoot the breeze with us, man. Hit us
Definitely,
up.
I will. I'll try to keep up on it with the daily grind.
Cool, bro.
All
Awesome.
right. You can find us on YouTube because everything's recorded and kept stock for you.
All right, cool, man. All right, I will. I'll keep in touch.
All right, Rex. Have a good one, brother. I'll catch you on the flip
right.
side.
All
See
right,
you,
thanks, man.
All right, later, bud.
Bye.
Cool, man. That's a good deal. That dude was everything I thought he would be.
Yeah,
He's a good guy.
man.
Y'all got to follow. If you're on TikTok, man, you got to go follow the guy. I'm telling you, he does some really good shit, bro. It's all mainly trucking stuff, man, of the shit he does every day. Like, I got to give that credit, man. He makes some really kick-ass videos, like does some very good photography and stuff, man. So, like, I follow him and watch all of his stuff, man. So if you guys are on TikTok, go follow his ass.
Yeah, his pictures were awesome, man.
That's the crazy part about LinkedIn is, we're all on there, we interact on there, and then you really get to know people on these sorts of things. And then next thing you know, you're at a trade show or a trucking show with each other partying. So
It is.
Very
I'll
cool.
say, man, it is an addiction. Like once you go to Matt's, like day 2, you're already thinking about the next year. Like, what are you gonna do?
Matt's is fun. Like that is like
Yeah, it really is.
Like it's different. Like it's a trade show, but it's like different in a good way compared to like a lot of like the big, the traditional headlining shows.
Hey, I'll put it this way: it's a good way to get off work because it is a trade show, but you're really there to look at trucks, and, like hang out with your buddies.
I
heard it turns into a 3-day long party most of the time.
That's pretty much that's pretty much it, dude. My wife, man, she has said the same thing to like everyone she's talked to about it. They're like, "Oh, how was your time?" She's like, "Oh, it was great." She's like, "But the most amazing thing," she was like, "is there's all these middle-aged guys in their 40s and 50s, and they go out and act like they're in their 20s." And she's like, they all stay out to like 1, 2 a.m. in the morning, and she's like, you see them the next day at like 8 o'clock. They're like, "Hey, how you doing?" She's like, I'm like, what the fuck? How are you guys so hyper this early in the morning?
Yeah, you learn a lot about.
You have
people in that, man. being boothed up with Nate Johnson and Bane and them there, it was
Bro,
amazing.
I'm telling you, I think logistics is the perfect like industry to prepare you for the nightlife. Because let's be real, we all live on like 5-6 hours of sleep as it is anyway. You know what I mean? Like, dude, we're all, you know what I'm saying? It's not like we're getting sleep or anything. We're all up till midnight, 1 a.m. watching loads, booking stuff, trying to so that's just the life we live. You know what I mean? The only difference is we don't have our phone in our hand trying to contact some damn driver or shipper, you know what I mean, to get some information.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a coincidence that you don't get any service at Matt's. All right.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
How can
I can't take my emails, man. Internet sucks.
Dude, that place, it was, I don't know.
Did you guys, did Long Haul Paul perform?
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah. We went and chilled with him Saturday night.
I missed him this
see.
year, and that was what I was most disappointed about. I had to leave before I could see Long Haul Paul and like that whole 9 yards, and that was disappointing.
Yeah. Well, hey, you had to go pick up
Classic.
kids in your only freight hat. Did you tell Pedro about that?
Oh, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. All right. So actually,
Oh,
just say it. I'm not gonna talk about it. I got this. I was able to. I picked that up at Matt's. But what was hilarious is on my way home, I had this hat on, right? And I'm a Christian. I'm open about it. It's not, but I don't make it a thing. Like it is what it is. But my kid goes to a Christian school, and I showed up into the pickup line, and it's just like me and like a couple dads and like all the moms and like the cop, like they have a school resource officer, right, that like helps cross them, like all that stuff. And I was like, "What's up, Mike?" I was like, "How you doing?" He's like, "What do you?" He goes like, no. So it's like the cop got it, but everybody else kept like looking and out. And like, I got home, my wife was like, "Do you wear that to school?" I was like, "Yeah." I got all the teachers be like, "What is this dad up to?" Like,
dude, that is so awesome, bro. That is so great.
Cool. I work with trucks. I work in logistics. They're like, what? Wait, what?
Hunter, you should see when I had Hunter Games sent me a OnlyVans sticker, and I put it back on my Suburban on the kids' school line. You see how many people stop me, dude. They're just like,
see, it's that ornery stuff. I love it, man. It's just like you got to make like if you can't laugh about that, you can't. You got to bad.
It's not bad. It's just like only great, man. It's only great.
Like
that's funny.
It's funny. Like
yeah,
it's just like this is clever. So it's like, but I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna wear this around school, and it was just kind of icing on the cake because he had some real, friendly, wonderful people, but just kind of traditional pipes, So it just kind of it was a fun way to ruffle feathers in the pickup line.
Dude, that Only Freight thing was like, it's a stroke of genius because the only reason you take a second look is because you're like, you think OnlyFans, you're like, wait a minute, that word is too long to say fans.
Yeah.
Like, huh? You know what I mean? So, like,
do a double take.
Yes, man. I will
crazy.
never forget Hunter and I walking around Matt's last year, man. Like, bro, like we were stopped like probably every 100 feet. Someone asked us, "Where'd you get that hat? Where'd you get that hat?" Like, oh, we love that hat, man. It was crazy, man.
It's one of my favorites. Marketing genius. Kudos to both of you because that is like just a stroke of like because it makes
that was Hunter, man.
A second glance every single time.
Well, at least you didn't take a lizard rag.
We have so got to do those, man, and we've got to send Miles the first one. I know that shipping's going to be fucking. You're going to be crazy. We have so got to make a lizard rag and send it to Miles, man.
Yeah, I'm pulled up on print for right now. Let me see if they have towels.
Dude,
I like the group photo with the free Trent shirts.
Oh man,
is that you that posted that, Hunter?
It wasn't me, but
it was the lounge. The lounge.
It was the lounge. But hey, Truck Stop liked it.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
They said, you know what? Fuck it. Hell yeah.
What is this whole thing about? Is Trent in like some Twitter jail, some social media
jail?
No, dude. Trent is like, he is truckstop.com incarnate. He is like the guy that everybody knows on LinkedIn, but they wouldn't let him go to Mets. So you got my boy locked up. Free him. We probably would have spent a lot more time with that.
The whole thing with Trent, like it's a crazy accident, man. So, Hunter and I Truck Stop has been commenting on our stuff since almost day one. And we kept trying to get him on, but they never would give us the time of day. And I don't know how we ended up finally getting in contact with some. I think it was J Mart when it was Justin Martin that finally like made the two things connect. And Truck Stop was like, yeah, we'll get someone on. And they sent us Trent. We didn't know any better. We're like, all right, cool. You sent us one. They're like, hey, here's the guy you're going to do the show with. You have to record it first. We've got to approve it. And you've got to do any edits that we ask you to do. We're like, yeah, whatever. Cool. So we do the show. They don't make us edit it. We get to drop it as promised, or as we made it. Then after it dropped, apparently when the upper people at Truck Stop saw it, they were like, who the hell is this Trenton Martin guy? And why is he on this podcast representing our brand? Because Trent is just a sales guy. He's not a media guy. He's not media trained. He's not media approved. He just has a really good following on social media because of the stuff that he does. And everyone knows that he works for Truck Stop. So long story short is, after that, they had told Trent, hey, like you cannot be going on any other shows. Like we don't care who tells you that you can, but you can't. And so Hunter came up with the whole free Trent idea because we were like, okay, you made us do a recorded show. Now we want to do a live show with Trent. And they said, can't make that happen because Trent isn't media approved. So Hunter came up with the whole free Trent idea, designed the logo. And dude, it basically just started as dude, this is our fucking homie. This is who we want. Like, free Trent. You know what I mean? Free this man. And it just took on a life of its own, dude. And now,
right.
Here's the funny thing, Josh. Hold on. Here's the funny thing is Hunter and I, or I'll say Hunter and I, the lounge forced a publicly traded company to put this guy through fucking media training so he can come on and do podcasts, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Hey, you know
that thing on the table, son.
Amazon, they had me do all these media training, and I still wasn't approved. Thank God.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Trent's been approved, man. Like, dude, Trent has a crazy like following. It's so weird, but
he fits the brand of Truck Stop so well. Like, I mean, look at them clowning, DAT and all these folks out here. Like, what a perfect guy, understands that LinkedIn is not just by the line business, man. It's shit posting cool trucks, and then if people want to know what you do, they come to you because we're all fucking people. That's what the lounge is all about, and like that's what Truck Stop's going towards. So hey, free Trent. He's free, but if he acts out of line, then we're gonna make a lock Trent, lock him back up.
Lock him back up.
There it is.
It'll be the same exact picture. You just change the word under. There you go.
Put him back.
Hey fellas, I gotta get going. I got my in-laws, they're coming in town. I'll see you. Have a great weekend, guys. Good to see you.
Aaron, are you gonna try to come to Texas Trucking Show?
Texas Trucking Show.
No, hey, you should try and come to Large Cars Guitars. That's closer to you. That's in Bristol.
I was about to mention that.
Large. Shoot me a note, and I'll look in it. I'll look in it. See if what I can do with my calendar.
Yeah, man. You can get your long call set in.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Well, cool. Yeah, for real. Send me the dates or send me a link. I'll give it a look, and I'll see if I can come. But
deuces, Aaron. Thanks for chilling, homie.
Thanks for having
me. Later, brother.
See you, man.
Dude, Aaron is. Go ahead, Josh.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
No. Well, I wasn't about to say anything important. What were you about to say?
When is the Large Cars and Guitars, and where is it based out of?
Bristol, Tennessee. It is Thursday, May 22nd, or actually the 23rd through the 24th of May. So it's at Bristol Motor Speedway.
It's pretty much. I think it's Memorial Day weekend is what it is.
I don't know. Here, I'll shoot you a link over on X, Josh.
Okay.
But yeah, Large Cars Guitars is like love Matt's, but it's like my favorite truck show because it is nothing but trucks, and they got like the big time show trucks, but they also have these like owner operators, man, that like it could be a fucking Cascadia, but they love that truck so much and they put so much work into it, man. It is like, I don't know. It is like the epitome of the American truck driver. Like everything you could ever want. Then it's music and fireworks. Like, and there's a monster truck there, like 1000% going to be driving a monster truck at this show. Already got the go ahead on that, Pedro. So got to show up for that.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, you can't miss that.
Yeah, man.
You already know I'm gonna be there, man. Shoot, I've already. Yeah, I need to start. We need to start looking for an Airbnb. That's what we need to start doing, and I need to figure out whether I'm flying into
like a good cabin up there. I'm gonna Airbnb.
Yeah, or whoever. I don't care, but like a house though. Well, whatever, something like that. And I need to figure out whether I'm flying up there, or I'm flying to you, or I'm flying to Steve. Like I need to figure that shit out too.
You should just fly over to me.
Okay. I'll fly to you then.
Yeah, and then we'll road trip it out.
Yeah, that'll work for me, bro. Cool. I mean, and that works because Southwest, like, that's why we flew into Nashville for Matt's, is because Southwest flies direct and it's fucking cheap.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That'd be a good one for you too, Anthony. You would love Large Cars and Guitars, bro. Oh, dude.
When is it?
Dude, and you love some redneck shit, Anthony. This is redneck shit, bro. This is redneck shit right here, dude. Moonshine and everything.
Hey Joe, I found an Airbnb that literally has a fucking porch view of the Speedway.
Oh,
Really?
And it's like $1,000 for 4 nights.
Oh, fuck yeah. All right,
Yeah.
cool. All right. We could do that. We can do that. We
When
got
is
the Memorial Day weekend. I think
Oh,
is
okay.
yeah. Dude, it is so worth it, Anthony. I'm telling you, dude. I didn't go last year. Hunter did, and I had serious fucking FOMO, bro. Like I was like hovering over Hunter's social media, dude, and like texting him, like, bro, send me pictures, man. I want to see what's going on. Like it is fucking crazy. Hunter, like it was crazy. Hunter was, had hung out with some of the craziest people. They literally had like a monster truck just cruising through the fucking venue, man. It was like cruising around.
Oh
man.
yeah,
It was
they had
absolutely
like
nuts.
so Food City, one of the or the one of the grocery stores down here. They had like a dragster, like one of the rail cars, but they had a massive grocery cart.
Oh, I saw it. You know what? I actually saw
dude.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that dude was just cruising
Crazy.
around, and yeah, man. I mean, but it's like I'm a little biased on this, but it brings out all the people from Appalachia and like just the best of the best, man. It's such a fun time, and like Tony Justice puts it on with Bennett Transport, and like all the Bull Snot guys are there, and it's for the trucks, it's for the drivers, and like the vendors there are awesome, and yeah, it's sweet, dude. And like when the music goes on, like last year, like when the sun starts going down and the show's going on, dude, the drivers like crank up their trucks and they're just rolling coal and shit, like truck horns going. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. If you think of the trucking industry and what it is, like that's it. Like
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
the
epitome of the American
truck drivers.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that would be off the chain right there. Yeah. Yeah. You got to think about it, Anthony. And
I will think. I have to check. It'll come down to my schedule with the kiddos. I got to check and see because I think we already have plans for Memorial Day weekend this year. But if I can't make it this year, I'll get there next year.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Josh, you too, man. You'd have fun with that thing, bro.
Yeah, it's only 2 days too. It's free admissions too. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's for the people, man. I think they're even doing it this year. Like vendors don't even have to pay. They just want people to show up. It's for the community, man. And that's shout out to Bennett. Like Bennett.
That is cool.
Bennett's an awesome company, man. Old Dave Lowry, dude, the fucking owner, CEO of that company is one of the coolest cats I've ever met, man. Like he is just he's very lounge-esque, man. The day we get him on the show is gonna be a beautiful day because
I need to call him. He gave me, I know I have his card here. So boom, there it is right there. Yeah. Right there. With his cell number on it. He told me to give him a call. So I need to do that. We can get him on the show. I was supposed to go to him and get the VIP tickets for the concert, but he wasn't at the booth. So David, you lied to me, gosh darn you. He lied to me. No, man. That I can imagine how busy that freaking guy is, man. Holy crap, man. Well, all right. I don't know about you gentlemen, but we're 2 hours into this thing. I'm gonna go chill and go. I'm gonna go bother my wife. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go drive my fucking wife crazy.
Bro, that's get in trouble.
Josh, go bother her.
Dude, let me tell you this. So let me say before we get off here, dude, me and my wife have been together 24 years. Next Tuesday actually is our anniversary. Next Tuesday is our anniversary. So 24 years we've been together, and I'm telling you, man, you just go look at the Facebook post that my wife made on Wednesday about me being grounded and not being able to play with my friends, and just go look at the shit talking that her and I did for like 30 posts. Bro, my wife, she was, hey, Anthony, you'll like this. Josh, you will too. She was telling me that I'm grounded because I didn't do the dishes, and my first comment back to her was, last I checked, sponges and dish soap support gender equality.
That's right.
Bro, started the shitstorm, bro. Started the shitstorm. She was telling me that I was going to eat sandwiches and all this stuff. And then she's telling me that as she's sitting there cooking homemade beef stroganoff. So I commented, thanks for the beef stroganoff after I was supposed to eat a sandwich, So there you go. That's our marriage, man, in a small snippet. All we do is talk shit to each other and give each other a hard time and tell each other how much we love each other. Because that's it, dude. I mean, if you can't be best friends with your partner, man, then, really, what's it worth, dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and let's be real. Like, guys, we show our love by acting like kids, man. Like, I really feel like dudes, like when we're with our old lady, we want a best friend, man. That's what we want. We want someone we can talk to like we talk to our homies who understands us, we can have fun with. And if you can't do that with your partner, man, then I mean, I'm not going to give marriage advice, but maybe it's not the right person for you. But mine, I can do all that shit with, man. Like I could just be my ultimate self with her, and I absolutely fucking love that.
Perfect. That's
Josh.
Awesome.
Since you were the last one on, we miss you, Josh. I just want you to know that we miss.
I miss y'all too, man. I just been so damn busy. In a
I
good
know.
way.
You got to. Hey, we are bringing back Freestyle Fridays. So twice a month, we're bringing back Freestyle Fridays. And so you're gonna have to come on. You're gonna have to hang out with us and stuff, dude. So
copy. I
Yeah.
will. I miss
So,
y'all
but-
for real.
we miss you too, Freight Hooker.
Yeah.
I just noticed that like a couple seconds ago.
or is it Freight Hacker? I mean, it could be either way, right? It could be either way. It could be either way. With Josh, you never know. So, hey, since we got you, Josh, man, you're the last one on. Any exiting comments, questions, concerns, updates? Want to give yourself some plugs?
No, man, I just missed the homies. Hopefully, I can make it to Large Cars and Guitars, and I will see if I can squeeze in like a little floor over there in the Airbnb.
I'm already sending Pedro some links, man. We're gonna get a big old house.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll put you in the bathroom, Josh. We'll make sure we get a garden tub, so that way we can we'll just make you a pallet inside the tub.
I would love that.
And then while his ass is sleeping, Hunter and I'll come in at like 2 o'clock in the morning, turn on the fucking hot water.
I get turned on. I'm saying.
Yeah, right. Oh my god, dude. Oh, Anthony, what about you, my good friend? Exiting comments, questions, concerns, updates. Give yourself some plugs.
Nah, I'm cool, man. I'm just glad to hang out with you guys for a while and ready for the week to be over. Yeah.
Week is over, baby.
I might go do some hillbilly stuff tomorrow, though. We'll see how the weather holds out.
What kind of hillbilly stuff are you going to do?
I don't know yet. Probably go out and play some music, and depending on what time of day I get out there, you never know when we end up in the woods doing some crazy four-wheeling or something like that. And my buddy has his Hellcat up here right now. He had it in Florida, and he had to bring it up when the hurricane hit to, save it basically. And so we were waiting for the salt to get off the roads, and it's been raining for a while now. So maybe go take that thing out for a spin. It's like 890 horsepower.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can't go off roading in it though, Anthony.
No. Well, you
says who? Says who? Says who? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know with these guys out there. Bonfires, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Anthony, as long as come Monday, as long as we don't come Monday, we don't see a movie preview for Deliverance 2 starring Anthony and
oh boy.
Everything is good. Everything is as long as Monday, we don't open up Anthony's post and it's bing bada bing bing.
You never know.
Say,
I've known these guys since I was like 13 years old, so we're good to go.
Got it. So we should be looking for the text from Anthony for bail money. Understand, my phone will be on all weekend. I got you, bro.
That is exactly why I like to go out in the country, because you can do all that stuff and get it out of your system out there where you're not going to get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Very
that
true.
redneck shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. What about you, Hunter, man? You got anything you want to add before we get out of here?
I'm wondering the same thing that John's wondering. He hacked our system, John, so just know that. Nah, it's good to be back. Pumped for Large Cars Guitars. Got a lot of big things on the horizon. So yeah. Stay tuned, everyone, especially you, Freight X Media.
Yeah.
I think it's weird no one's watching this either, but you are, and that's all that matters. So much love.
Welcome.
You're special. Just think. Just think. You're our private audience. You know what I mean? So like you get
a more intimate show. Yeah. Like,
man, intimate show. That's right. One-on-one episode.
We might have blocked everybody just for you.
That dude. Man, why'd you tell him, Hunter? Damn it, dude. We're trying to want to make him feel special, man. Wait. All right. We're gonna do a final sponsor break real quick, and then we're gonna head out of here. Josh, Anthony, hang with us so we can chat a little bit backstage and wrap this up. But truck parking. I mean, we all know how big of an issue it is, and in our opinion, no one is taking this issue more serious and doing things better than our good friends over here at Freight Ninja. And while your equipment is parked at a Freight Ninja site, even though they have secured lots, they have security fence, they got lighting, everything. You want to make sure that you double protect your assets and the cargo that sits in them trailers, and that's where Trailer Century comes into place. All right, we're gonna chop out this piece. Next week, we have got a whole bunch of folks coming on from Cargato. That's gonna be a pretty good show. They're doing things a little differently.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That's a big
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah, bro. Got them coming on the show. Y'all know we don't do much tech stuff. So if we've got some techie type stuff coming on, it's got to be banger. Just like the Wednesday show that we had with Mr. Anthony down here as the co-host. We had Freightro. Hey, did you get your access with him, Anthony?
Yeah, you know what? He texted me yesterday.
Okay, cool.
As far as the site, I'm still working that out, within the company I work for. But yeah, we're taking a look at certain things with it.
Yeah, he gave me access today, man. Like, and it's pretty good, dude. Even the price that they make brokers or people pay for the platform, man. Like, I'm not going to say because like I don't know if he's giving us a special rate, but like, it's pretty damn comparable, dude. Like, I was like, dude, that is totally fucking fair. So, cool. Just want to make sure you got access to it, man. But anyway, next Wednesday we got Cargato. They're going to come on the show. We're going to rock it with them, and the next Friday we're going to end the week with Casey Stone. Some of y'all may not know who she is if you're not on LinkedIn, but yes. Yeah, dude, she has been in the heavy haul consulting space, helping people build their businesses. And now she's going to open up her own heavy haul brokerage and business. And she's going to get out there. She's going to start hustling and making that money, taking that money from all the people that she guides and teaches to take that exact money. She's got a crowdfunding thing going on, like some really cool stuff. She's getting some amazing traction. She's also really good friends with our friend Gary Johnson, the heavy haul hustler. So really excited to get her on the show, talk about that. And that's going to do it for us. And as I always say, hi, kitty. As I always say, hi, kitty. All right. As I always say, no, chunk them deuces. Mr. Hound, roll that beautiful bean footage.
The views and opinions expressed on this show by its guests are not necessarily those of Lounge Media Group or the show host. So if you sue someone, make sure it's the party responsible for hurting your feelings. Also, grow up, be an adult, and understand not everyone thinks like you. And that's okay.